In a quiet little town, nestled between rolling green hills and a sparkling river, lived a young man named Lucas. For a long time, Lucas felt like a little gray cloud was following him everywhere he went. The world, once vibrant and full of color, seemed to have faded to shades of gray. He would spend his days indoors, watching the seasons change through his window, feeling disconnected from the joy he saw in others. The laughter of children playing outside, the sweet scent of blooming flowers, the warm glow of the setting sun, it all felt distant, like a memory from a different life. One gloomy afternoon, while rummaging through an old wooden chest in his attic, Lucas found a dusty, forgotten journal. It belonged to his grandmother. As he turned the delicate, yellowed pages, he discovered it wasn't a diary of grand adventures, but a simple gratitude journal. Each entry was small. Saw a robin building its nest today. The baker gave me an extra warm roll. The rain made the garden smell wonderful. The entries were tiny moments of brightness, collected like precious stones. A small idea sparked within Lucas. He decided to try it himself. The next morning he took a small notebook and a pen and stepped outside. At first it felt strange. He didn't know what to look for. But then, he noticed the intricate pattern of a spiderweb, glistening with morning dew. He wrote it down. A little later, an elderly neighbor, Mrs. Gable, smiled and waved at him. He wrote that down too. He noted the feeling of the warm sun on his skin, the taste of a sweet, juicy apple, the sound of wind rustling through the leaves of the old oak tree. The list grew, and with each entry, a tiny bit of color seemed to seep back into his world. As days turned into weeks, Lucas's walks became longer. He started exploring the winding paths that led into the forest he'd ignored for so long. One afternoon, he stumbled upon a small, frightened kitten, tangled in some thorny bushes. Gently he freed the little creature. It was skinny and shivering. Lucas carried it home, gave it a saucer of warm milk, and made a cozy bed for it in a basket. The kitten, whom he named Sunny, purred loudly and curled up on his lap. For the first time in a long while, Lucas felt a deep, comforting warmth spread through his chest. He wasn't just observing the world anymore, he was a part of it. Caring for Sunny gave Lucas a new sense of purpose. He started noticing other small ways he could help. He helped Mrs. Gable carry her heavy groceries. He fixed a broken fence for the farmer down the road. He volunteered at the local library, reading stories to children, their eyes wide with wonder. Each act of kindness was like planting a seed of joy, not just for others, but for himself. He found that the more he gave, the more he received in return, not in material things, but in smiles, in thank yous, and in the feeling of connection. One evening, Lucas sat by his window, with Sunny sleeping peacefully on his windowsill. He looked out at the town, now bathed in the golden light of dusk. The world was no longer gray. It was bursting with color, sound, and life. The little gray cloud that had followed him for so long had vanished, replaced by a clear, hopeful sky. He opened his own gratitude journal, now nearly full. On a fresh page, he wrote, "For the journey that brought me back to the light." Lucas had learned that hope wasn't something you find, but something you build, one small, grateful moment, and one kind act at a time. And his journey was just beginning. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more tales of hope and kindness.